Hello and welcome to today's live broadcast, which is coming from the park. As you can see, it's the first time I've done this since I was at Abenteuer und Allrad in Bad Kissingen in, when was that? Nearly 3 months ago. So I thought I'd do this because I was going to do a live broadcast related to the use of Ford vehicles in RVs, which I referred to in a number of videos I did from Dusseldorf this year, but there's going to be even more showing Ford RVs. Anyway, as it's live, then please can you keep comments civil. If anybody writes anything which is in any way naughty, or say there's an automatic ban, I can't just, there's no warnings. I can't do warnings when I'm here. Also, this gives an opportunity for people to actually ask things. People send me private messages. Please do not send me private messages because I do not respond in view of the huge amount of correspondence I get, except unless it's, of course, a patron. And hello, Jason. So happy New Year to you. Yes, first video of 2022. I keep forgetting what year it is. I've set a number of people 2023. I'm just getting confused, but 2022. And anyway, it's just a bit cold, but it's not too bad. I haven't got any gloves on yet. So anyway, so I'll tell you a bit of the news here is that this week Hymer sent out a press release about the use. They've done a deal with Ford. Now, one thing that really stood out for me at Dusseldorf was there was these Fords all over the place, and I have you saying that Ford is the flavour of the year, and in particular the Ford Transit Custom, which is like what I call the Ford VW camper. So it's a small, like the VW T6 or the Bully or something, and that's being converted into being a camper van by many companies. Although most of them don't do a very good job of it. In fact, most of them have done it in a it doesn't show any imagination. There are one or two nice ones around. For example, Karmann Mobil did a 530 centimeter long one, which I thought was quite nice. But most of them are, in my opinion, a complete waste of time. Trigano brought out a new brand called Panama, which is supposed to be, it's not a camper van, and it's sort of in the middle. It's between two worlds, like the Panama Canal between the Atlantic and the Pacific, and this is between a camper van and a motorhome. But if you ask me, it's somewhere between a car and a camper van, because it's all car, but you can't actually sleep in it. So there's some of the ideas. Now in Hymer, obviously it cannot get a hold of the Fiat Ducatos, or even, for example, it also uses Citroens in Bürstner, and so these are reasons for why this happened. Hello there. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the name. Mind the Gap. Sorry, hello, Mind the Gap. Sorry, thanks for watching this and my history channel too. So anyway, so they put out this release saying that they're doing this work together and all the rest of it is sort of the normal sort of corporate nonsense. And they're going to try and find out what's best for the camper van community. Well, I think what's best for the camper van community is to be on the road. And if nobody can produce anything, then nobody's going to be on the road. And that is the whole basis of what is happening there. So what we will see is more and more using Ford. Now, why are they using Ford? Well, the only reason I can actually think of is that Ford is been far more successful than any of the other base manufacturing companies, Fiat being the number one, but also whether it's Citroen, Peugeot, or whoever. But it's slightly different, the base on the Ford vehicles. Another a company which I think we might hear from a little bit more is Renault. Currently, there's very few companies using Renault. I mean, Ahorn, it's manufactured Poggibonsi in Italy. Also, there's Kentucky Camp and one or two others as well. But they use the Renault as a base. Now, as I understand it, Renault I might be wrong, but Renault has had a little bit more success in actually producing the things. I don't know why Fiat's having all these problems, and but anyway, so Thomas has just written that there's Fords all over the world. Yes, this is a really good point. For example, Hymer is going to be sourcing its Fords not in Germany but in Turkey, which, given the way that the current administration in Turkey is messing up the economy, may mean that can get them a little bit cheaper. Although, of course, the machine parts and all the rest are coming from abroad, so maybe they won't be all that much cheaper. But they won't be coming from the plants in Germany. But Ford, for example, it manufactures the trans. I think, off the top of my head, I think there's 7 plants. But for example, Hymer is now owned by Thor Industries. Thor Industries is based in the United States. The platform's exactly the same in the US, so they can manufacture in the US, and they also obviously manufacture in China as well, should it come to that. So that's something Hymer's doing. Mercedes, it has major problems with electrical components. It's circuit boards and things. It's really something tiny. But in Dusseldorf, where the camping area is, there was this huge parking which was full of Mercedes Sprinters, and apparently, as I understand it, they're actually waiting for electronic parts before they can be sold. But the value of those Mercedes Sprinters, it's running into tens of millions of euros. It was absolutely full of them. And so, I mean, for Mercedes, obviously, as a company, this is a major problem, having all this money tied up. But also, I mean, I know people who are converters who have been waiting for more than a year for even small orders. Somebody I know has been put in an order for 8 Mercedes last March, I think it was. Or maybe it was 10, whatever, but it was a small number, and is still waiting. So that is how bad the situation is with the base vehicles. So that's one reason I'm going to see more Fords. Now, today, or yesterday, today for the public, CMT Trade Fair was due to start, and so I'd have gone there. I like to be first in, last out. I would have been in on the so I'd have been there Wednesday, normally a couple of days early, so I can start filming when they're putting stuff up and all the rest of it. And anyway, it didn't go ahead, and I knew it wasn't going to go ahead. They told us maybe it was the end of November that it was getting cancelled, and so which is a big pity, because it happened last year as well, and at least this year I thought that this might happen, and I have enough stock of videos to see me through until Caravan Salon, as long as I don't. So if I publish one a day, I have quite a good stock, because I travelled around in September and October, and I was filming. So so I went to a number of companies, and so I have a lot of videos still, thanks to that, and I'm sure there'll be other events and things happening place in the meantime. I'll show you where I am, because here I've got something interesting. I'll turn the thing around, sort of, if I can. How do I do it? Here it is. Right, so I'm in the park. So you've got the gimbal at the end, and look what's here. Oh, looking forward to other stuff. Thanks, Thomas. And you see this one here, this thing, you know what that is? Right, write down if you know what that is. This thing here, it's coming towards me. Look at that. Oh, any ideas? Go on, who's going to be first? All right, there's another one down there. I can't bring the camera in any closer when it's on this, I think. Anyway, so we'll walk along with this thing here. It's a rat. Yes, it is indeed a rat. But look how big it is. Yeah, that is a spiny rat. It's in the family of spiny rats. That in English is called It's not a beaver, yeah. Well, actually, that's a good point. I'm going to bring up that subject now. This is called, in English, it's called a koipu, C-O-Y-P-U. And the word koipu comes from the language of the native inhabitants of the south of Argentina and Chile, which are the I've forgotten the name. Mapuche, something like that. Mapuche. I think it is. I apologize to anybody who's watching from there. And anyway, so this thing, so it's koipu. It's also called nutria in various languages. Now, the Spanish word for otter is a nutria, but this is a rodent. So it's a pretty big rodent, and it's in the family of spiny rats. Now, an otter is not a rodent. It's carnivorous. In fact, otters are pretty aggressive animals. And in Singapore, in November, there was somebody assaulted in the park by otters. So you want to keep one of them. Have smelt one of these being cooked. It was smelly, very smelly meat when cooked. Right, well, we'll find that one out later. I might take this one back and stick it in the oven. And anyway, so these things found in South America, it's like below about 23 degrees south. So if you take a line approximately from Sao Paulo, hello Blu-ray, to Asuncion, so it'd be like the eastern Paraguay and all Argentina, little bit of southern Brazil, all of Uruguay and most of Chile. And that's where they come from. Now the thing is, they are an invasive species, so they've been farmed. They've got off the farm somehow, and they've ended up here. Now the thing is, when as an invasive species, though, they can really damage things. Now here in Europe, they are found in France, for example. So yeah, it does seem friendly enough. I'm not going to touch it because they can have parasites, and if you touch them, there is also they can cause problems. There's something called the I forgot what. There's something itch, the nutria itch or something like that. And anyway, I won't follow it. I should say down there. But they're very bad for the environment, because these things, they weigh about what, 10 kilos, but they'll eat a quarter of their own body weight every day. So at the end of the week, got 17.5 kilos per animal of vegetation destroyed. Now that might be all right if you're living in some certain. Oh, I can see I've seen swimming. They're quite. Oh, I can't take the camera in, but I think I'll upload a video, because I sort of filmed them earlier. So the ducks are getting out the way. And but this is this destruction, so really they have to be removed. But the thing is, people here have noticed sort of leaving carrots out for them to eat and what have you. But I also noticed that the damage was done to the bank. I don't know if they did the damage, but the bank always, another one sort of coming across, and I don't even, I can't see, but there's a family of them there. Oh, sorry, I can't bring that. I don't want to bring the thing in closer. No. Oh, I can do. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's not very good quality though, is it? But it's a family of the things. And yeah, I'll put it back. And oops. Oh. And yeah. So, but anyway, here's one's back. So they should be removed from here. And yeah, I do know a little bit about animals. I was thinking about doing a wildlife channel as well. I filmed quite a lot of them, but I will put. The thing is that it's all time, so I do the history stuff as well, the motorhomes and the tourist stuff. So I'm sort of there's a limit to what I can actually do. I did start doing this health stuff as well on food, but anyway, so that's the koipu, and I deliberately sat here, this place here, next, because this is where this tend to congregate a bit. So good, right? It's like a what? Sorry, chunky weasel otter. Chunky, I think. Yeah, well, yeah. But weasels are much smaller. Weasels, they're pretty nasty things as well. Yeah, but a weasel is about... A weasel would attack one of these. I've got no doubt of that. But weasels are only about, what, 1.5 kilos, something like that? If that much, really. And but they'll attack much bigger animals. I don't know, maybe that's just a little bit too big, but certainly a weasel would attack one of the smaller ones. Anyway, good. I've got stacks of films with wildlife and I just haven't used them. Good. Right. So that's that excitement for today. So I'll turn around on me again and. Having seen that, I did this a little bit earlier than I normally do. But if I waited until 5, you can see now it's getting on for 5, but it gets dark. So I wanted to do it whilst it was still light. And anyway, oh, here's the police. Yeah, I'll put the police on. There you go. That's the police. Right. Anyway, it's coming down the path. So my next trip, the Broadband connection is excellent. It isn't bad, but this is on my what do you call it? My mobile phone supplier, and the police has come for the invisible species. This is, and I pay for this about less than €7 a month. I mean, it's incredibly cheap. It's 30 giga as full speed, and then it gets reduced. So but even so, I've used the reduced thing in the past for doing my live talks. So yeah, no, it's really, from that point of view in Poland, the internet is really good. So. Good. Okay, so thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll do this as a regular thing. I mean, I've got to have the idea of what I'm going to talk about. So I knew I was going to talk about Ford today, but I don't know. Normally, it's having the ideas and saying, what am I? My next trip is due to be to Berlin. This will take place, it's supposed to take place in the first week of March. Am I a Polish resident? Yes, I am. Yes. I don't know, because if the fair's going ahead or not. Yes, good to catch up. So it might, so I might be going to, or not. I just looked at the trade fair site. That's Berlin's got ITB, International Travel Berlin, I think it means, and it's the largest travel fair in the world. And I don't know if it's going ahead or not. They don't know if it's going ahead or not. And how about a viewer? Okay, so I've got the question here. How about a viewer question and answer live stream sometime? Well, that's what this is supposed to be, a question and answer. That's why I do it. That's the idea. You're supposed to ask me things while I'm live and that I can respond to them. I'll tell you what we'll do then, as it's getting a bit cold. You know, ask me now if you want, but if no one's got anything to ask, then I'll go home, because it's a bit cold out now. And as you can see, yeah, I'm showing the park. I'll turn this around. I would like to know about becoming a Polish resident. It's a bit late for that, Paul. You had to do it before. If you're in the UK, you had to do that. You had to do it earlier. It's too late now. It's the chance has absolutely gone. And anyway, so yeah, I'll get some fresh meat from here. Gorgeous park. Yeah, I'll show you the park. And okay, I mean, it's not particular. I'm almost out the park now. I'm sorry, there's also the gimbal coming through there, and so we've got this river which has been canalized, and you can't actually tell from here because it won't be close enough. But the banks are actually held in place. I know a little bit about engineering as well, so I could have shown that and shown possibly the damage the Koipu did, yeah, I'm not. This place I'm at now is because I'm here. I'll put this on back on me. I'm here because of I was supposed to be doing some work here, but I haven't done it. It doesn't really bother me now though, because I'm quite happy doing this internet stuff. It doesn't, and as it happens anyway, I don't really have a huge amount of time to do the other stuff anyway. So I'm just happy just to stay doing what I'm doing. Is there any snow? Don't think so. I've seen in Italy plenty of snow. Not at the moment. There was snow, but it wasn't very deep. I had to shovel snow for the first time in 40 years, 40. Anyway, I did it so a friend could get his vehicle out. Anyway, so that brought back memories. Okay, look, I'll stick the camera back round again here. See if there's any more Koipu here, because there's the hangout here as well. They're ducks. Oh no Koipu. They've cleared off. Oh, I thought you were less than 40. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. I was talking about the life, Jason. Good. Okay. Look, hey, there's nice moon out tonight. Can you see the moon? There we go. There's the moon. Good. So, thanks for watching. This place is called Rybnik. Anybody, it'll be in the description anyway. Rybnik. It's about 10 kilometers to the north of the Czech border. Yeah. Question. If I had to pick a brand for 540, is there one that sticks out for high interior quality at reasonable price range? Yes. Well, it depends what reasonable price range is, because I say this: if you haven't got the money to buy a high range vehicle, then get a high range second-hand vehicle rather than buy a new one which is not so good. So if I was going to get a 540 centimeter campervan, I'd probably go for a Malibu. So you can have any one you want. I'd go for a Malibu, and you can see them on my site. And if I couldn't have that one, I'll tell you who does a nice one as well. Hymer has a really nice one called Blue Evolution. I really quite like that one. Hymer Free 540 Blue Evolution. And I've got a video of it, so you can see that it's. Okay then, right, I'll tell you what, I'll try and do one this time. Next week. I don't quite know what time. I might do a history one as well, but I can't do that on this phone. I have to do it on the other one, because on my computer. So, thanks very much for watching. All the best from me in Poland. Bye. How do you turn it off? Oh, here it is.